very delighted to be here today to talk to you more about lighting in sports in general and how connected lighting can support better experiences for sports. Yes, so under the theme of today, we will speak about sports, interact sports, and how it can support connecting, illuminating, and transforming places in all sports. So in the first part of this webinar. Next, we will talk about our leadership in sports lighting to brief you through what we have done in sports lighting in general, and then to move to a very specific part of specific lighting signatures that we propose to our customers. So today I will be supported by Christian, who is part of the design team, to run you through the design experiences we have done in a couple of venues across the globe. So in part one, like I said, I will give you a recall of our latest achievement, how connected lighting has also supported major international events that took place not too long ago, 2022, the World Cup, but also Beijing Olympics, and in 2024, the Paris Olympic, where we have showcased a lot of lighting for the opening ceremony and the closing ceremony of the Olympics. So why do we need light? And today you will see that it resonates a lot with all the application we cover in a stadium, from the need of having lighting so you can see the game, to the need of creating an experience and also an excitement which is tailor-made for the venue. You will also see lighting creating an identity for a venue in a city. So the next video will be about a large venue we have lit in China. This is one of the biggest stadium in China, 80,000 seats. And for this stadium, we have taken a very specific angle of creating a specific lighting design to make sure that all the luminaires can accommodate for the accessibility restriction in the stadium, to creating a lighting signature around the facade of the stadium. Next one. Before we go to the video, I would like to tell you about our position in lighting. We provide light sources, system and services from the very early stage of the lighting intent, with professional services to the maintenance of the venue through specific contract, and also luminaires that are tailor-made for a specific region, but also tailor-made for a specific application in a stadia. It can be specific luminaires for lighting a pitch. It can be also specific luminaires to create a VIP experience in a VIP box, or also supporting wayfinding in a stadium. So that was a very nice illustration of how we can create the lighting requirements and the lighting solution to little pitch, but also to create a lighting signature for a stadium within a city. When we think about our leadership, we have been more than 120 years in the lighting business, from conventional to LED to connected lighting. And the market has been seeing a huge transformation in terms of implementing the LED lighting for very different type of events. So if we go to the next slide, you will see that it's not only about stadiums that today benefit from connected lighting, but a wide array of application where sports are becoming more and more connected to the audience while meeting the requirements of the sports federation. We have a lot of examples of horse racing track, especially in France, Paris-Vincennes, Deauville Horse Racing Track, that are showing new lighting experiences for you when you come prior to the event, when you stay in the event, and after the race. Formula One circuit as well are becoming new night racing opportunities to showcase new experiences for everyone, in particular in Singapore and Las Vegas. Ski jumping and also international event, Beijing Olympic was a very good example of what we can do to create a new experience for customers and for the ecosystem of broadcasters and specifiers in international events. More than 10,000 of luminaires were delivered for this event, but also international swimming pools and also competition. So all of that gives you a very new idea of how lighting, sports lighting, has evolved over the time from lighting a stadium to lighting every sports in the ecosystem. So the next part will show you a bit of footprint in the last event where we have created a new experience continuum to make sure that from the moment you enter the stadium or the venue to the moment that you exit, you really connect with the lighting, and lighting can contribute to a new experience. You can contribute to a new experience through connectivity with other lighting applications. So the lighting being connected with sound, the lighting being connected with other applications, for example, the facade or the roof lighting, to create a new experience that we call the ball lighting. And in the view you see on the video, on the bottom right, you can see the ski slope of Beijing Olympics. And on the top, on the right left corner, you will see a very large stadium in France, National Stadium of France, Stade de France, where the lighting has been connected to sound to create an immersive experience.
Yeah! I got the torch, we about to burn down the thrones. We need a change, look at the water we live. Look how the evil is grown, all the innocence lost. We need a new beginning, man, the vision is off. We need to wage war, yeah, we need to rage on. I'm here, war boots, I'ma buy a pair. No suits, just fighters here. Grassroots and some white gear. I'm still fly like a pilot chill. Brave hearts never die in fear. I ain't a stranger to the danger. I'ma live and I'm dying here, yeah. So I'm looking up more. Cause I know what I'm looking for. Cause we need a change. And I'm starting an uproar. We started a ruckus. Yeah, we started a ruckus.
So in essence, that close part one, we have a specific system to enable that experience, specific protocols to make sure the latency between the order and the command is fast enough to support those lighting effects. In part two, you will see very much detailed examples of customers and also zones where we have provided experience design. So, Christian, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Thierry. Indeed, in the second part, we'll look at how can lighting help make major sports events a success beyond the game itself, impacting the whole experience of fans where and when it's needed. So each stadium is unique, but they are all composed of different zones where lighting plays a very important role. And this obviously includes the field of play and the stands, but also all the non-game related areas such as hospitalities, offices, could be retail spaces, And considering all these areas in a holistic approach is the only way to create a consistent experience of a match day. So nowadays, fans are looking for more than the match itself, but also all the entertainment related to the event. And the game has become one part only of the total experience. So creating the most memorable experience, both inside and outside the arena, is only possible by focusing on the fan first, understanding their needs and expectations to address them in the best way. Usually we do this by considering every experience touchpoint along the fan journey, each revealing different lighting opportunities. We can group them into 4 main pillars, let's put it that way. And this is what we're going to talk about today. So in a nutshell, there is the first one, it's the entire pre-game period that comes first, even before entering the arena itself. And when attracting the fans and supporting all the social interaction is key, still while ensuring proper guidance and safety, of course. Then, when fans are in the arena, it is possible to create immersive moments, whether it is before, during, or after the match itself, by enhancing what is happening on or around the pitch, but also improving all hospitality's experiences. Of course, lighting plays a functional role for the games itself and the way the event is broadcasted, but I will not develop this aspect further. That is very well known, and it's mainly about the technical aspect of the lighting and the norms. And today I propose that we have a look instead at how flexibility can take the venue to the next level in other context than when it's hosting a sports event. So let's start with having a look at how can lighting help to provide great welcome moments when arriving at the stadium. So building up excitement on the way to the arena can be achieved by strengthening the visibility of the club or the event identity, as it can be seen on this first concept on the left, made for RB Leipzig football club, where their symbol, one of their symbols, so those rising arrows that you can see in red, were proposed to be positioned along the route to the stadium in places with a view towards the Red Bull Arena. So it's a good way to create a branded welcome experience using elements around the perimeter that communicates where you are and supports the creation of strong memories, because I think it's a good spot for taking pictures and it represents in the end a non-negligible potential for being shared on social network, for instance, afterwards. Celebrating the club history is another way to build up excitement and really strengthen the emotion from the fans. So here, lighting up all the elements related to the clubs. So it could be statues, picture of important moments, or enhancing the club motto helps to connect the fans with the stadium and their club, such as in this concept on the bottom right part of the slide. That has been done for the Emirates Stadium. Providing great welcome moments can also be as simple as creating an iconic entrance or using an architectural identifier to make people feel as entering really the event and truly being part of it, such as with this massive screen that you can see on the top right picture. That is welcoming the fans at the Red Bull Arena, and it can deliver various kind of messages before and after the game. So obviously, the lighting of the facade is also very important, and to provide a memorable destinations to the fans. Proposing a strong light signature that is easily recognizable among others at a distance is a good way to differentiate from competition, meaning it could be other stadiums, but also other buildings in the surroundings. So it is also a strong tool to increase the pride of the fan community. And there, I think it really depends on the architecture, but there's always a way to make a stadium unique by highlighting certain aspects with the right light effect, whether we're using direct view fixture as for the Optus Stadium on the top right, or revealing the outer skin with backlighting as for the Allianz Arena on the bottom left. Sometimes it's a mix of indoor-outdoor effects, as we can see on the top left for the Wanda Metropolitano in Madrid, where the lighting that can be seen from the inside is also helping to shape the signature of the stadium on the outside. It is strongly related to the context and the stadium environment, and it could even make sense to work on the roof when it's visible from buildings around, for instance. It can also create some good caption opportunities for TV broadcasts, like we can see on the bottom right example, the former Century Link Field Stadium, where there is some luminous naming that was put on it. So providing a great welcome for the fans is important, but lighting can also attract people to come earlier and support social interaction between them before the game. So creating various gathering places around the stadium is the simplest way to attract the fans to come earlier, of course, and to socialize before the match to get a longer dwelling time from them. So for this, it is important to provide different offerings and different moods to places that visitors want to be in and that would like to return, of course. These spaces need to be flexible and offer different functionalities, such as a pocket for entertainment, food and beverage, as seen as on this concept that has been created by Gensler Studio. Gamification can also be used to connect people together and trigger new forms of participation to increase fan engagement. That could be done with interactive light installations. And this is especially true for fan zones and temporary areas around the stadium that can give the fans another opportunity to connect to the event. In general, we see an increasing trend of moving from the construction of new arenas to the creation of complete districts, providing a destination for everyone, not just the fans. So those areas, they work as community hubs open to local inhabitants beyond the match days. And it's offering meeting points for friends and places for the neighborhood to stay and connect. As visible in this similar project from Gensler Studio, those meeting places are designed as urban spaces with a strong focus on the human scale, proposing a variety of activities to welcome all generations and community. So it's really about inclusiveness. At night, in those surrounding areas, it is mandatory to provide comfortable atmosphere that welcome and inspire the visitors, feeding this willingness to come in the district. So here, the principle of good urban lighting are valid, such as enhancing the landscaping elements, embedding the light into the furniture, and more important, respecting the human scale by avoiding tall masts that would be floating and flattening the whole space. Balancing vertical and horizontal illumination is also key to reveal the environment to people and create a safe pedestrian experience. The integration of the place to its direct environment is also important to preserve the relation of the site to its neighborhood, as visible on the Optus Stadium example, where a similar lighting scheme has been applied on the stadium, also on the covered pathway that you can see on the left, but also on the adjacent bridge that you see nearby. So creating a connection and a seamless concept there. So while we're still talking about outside of game time, light plays a major role in helping navigation and enhancing the perception of safety that represents an extremely important topic for stadium owners and the clubs. So, as said previously, it's a journey, and the topic of fan routing requires to pay attention to all the interactions of the visitors with the site. Here is a snapshot of a concept that has been created for the Red Bull Arena in Leipzig, where color coding was proposed along the way from the entrance gate to the seats that you can see in the end in the arena, but applied in a different way depending on each situation that a fan would encounter. So here are simple examples of color coding on key architectural elements like the stairs, the poles there, the way they are painted, as well as subtle color glow, as you can see here in the shadows of people. That is in line with the color coding on the poles. And this enables simple identification of the different seating sections. I think it's a good way to nudge people with ambient lighting for improved crowd management, because light helps to clearly identify the different sections and their boundaries without closing them. So that seamless transitions can be maintained between the key areas of the site. I think it's nice somehow not telling the fans what they have to do. There's no information signs to read that would stop them, but rather use light in a more instrumental way, like follow the red path and you'll be there at the right section. The idea of guidance can be further developed by using inspiring wayfinding concepts, including the projection of text. It could be graphics or icons to show the way to go to the arena from the main gates. Here is an example of an airport terminal where all information displayed are dynamic and can adapt according to real-time status of flights and their gates. So for an arena, we may want to project the seat sections, but we could also imagine improve queuing time or reduce it by attracting to the right spots, depending on how busy the different food and beverages areas are. I think those concepts are very valid for the inside of the stadium. When it comes to safety, it's always difficult to claim that a certain light can have an impact on the facts, on the numbers. What is sure is that the perception of safety is always improved with qualitative lighting that provide good facial recognition and allows the user to read the space properly. The right use of contrast between the different spaces around the stadium will help the fans to move safely from one area to the next one. What can be more problematic is the possibility of an emergency, and it is important to be able to use the existing installation in a kind of evacuation mode. So controlling all functional, it could be entertainment and service lighting at the touch of a button, that would help you to react quickly. It can reduce evacuation time when it's needed the most. You'll see on the right side the example of the Köln train station, and it shows that connected lighting can be immediately adjusted to a brighter level if necessary, allowing the system to react to events that would affect the safety of citizens. So it can truly impact the intervention of the security services or the authorities into a positive way. So let's move on with all aspects related to the game itself, and let's see how the stadium can adapt to enhance the event and create truly immersive match day. The first obvious topic is the possibility to transform the stadium to fit specific identities. Connected lighting enables the color scheme of the ball to change and allows visitors to support their home team during the game. But representing any team flag colors on the roof will also immerse the fan into the spirit of international or continental competitions, leaving still the ability to come back to the local team colors after such temporary events. And it's not only about the color scheme, but also the dynamic that is used to represent the momentum of sports or the event and provide an additional experiential layer. Something that is very important is the light effect itself and how it celebrates the architecture. So it could be enhancing the historical structure of the canopy with grazing light or highlighting the ball with a continuous line of direct view around the roof. What matters here is to reveal the uniqueness of each arena, a bit like explained for the outer facade, because this will become ultimately the signature of the stadium at night. Certain arenas, I think especially indoors, they offer more possibilities to add more theatrical effects, putting the focus on the track or on the field of play, and truly deliver intense and dramatic moments of sports. So here, it's not so much about the architecture of the venue, but more about the split between the track and the stands, and how it relates to something like lighting up a stage where artists would perform and catch all the light. The way we move from before the race to the race moment itself is part of the show and needs to be orchestrated with a complete scenography to successfully build up the excitement of the fans and convey the emotion of the race. This leads us naturally to all the different light shows that can be used to extend the event beyond the game itself with entertainment experiences before, during, and after the match. We could think of shows played during the players' entrance on the pitch, at halftime, or in the end to celebrate a success. This requires the use of entertainment fixture that can be combined with architectural lighting and floodlights that are used to illuminate the field of play for more engaging shows, as Thierry mentioned earlier. Interfacing the lighting infrastructure with all advertisement boards and event-specific fixtures such as video mapping, smoke or fireworks, as well as sound and music, creates also new opportunities for entertainments of fans. And in the future, we could think of real-time adjustment of the lighting to what is happening on the field of play, so something very reactive or something that would be responding to a live crowd that is cheering, for instance, to make it even more lively. To end up with this topic, I would like to show a short video to prove that it is not necessary to have a huge infrastructure to create this experiential layer of light that can enhance the stadium when used during a match. At the Waka ground in Perth, a smart combination of direct view tubes with connected floodlights enables the creation of stunning effects with the display of text or countdown on top of more common sparkles or chase effects. I think it's a nice illustration on how the way lighting is used matters more than the number of fixture itself, trying to play with the specificity of the stadium itself rather than trying to apply standard recipes. So we cannot talk about fan experiences without looking at how lighting can improve hospitality spaces at large. So not only the VIP boxes and their activities that take place in there. Knowing that hospitality ratio has increased a lot over the last decade and continue to grow simply because the revenue it brings cannot be underestimated anymore. So when talking about hospitality at large, we can include underused spaces such as concourses that will be seen and used by most visitors on a match day. A good lighting improves visibility and wayfinding to the food and beverages areas, to the restrooms, and to the other hospitality zones. But not only. Providing the right atmosphere on the concourses sets the mood before the game starts. So in this simple example here of the Philips Stadion in Eindhoven, we see a pretty neutral space that is transformed into a vibrant place with few clear, simple lighting principles. There are some lines of white line that are guiding along the circulation areas to immediately read and understand the space while revealing the wall decorations. There is some graphical lights in front or above the different points of interest. It could be snacks, it could be retail zones, and a bit of color enabled to remind the club identity while creating an interesting contrast with the white lines. And to finish with, there's some subtle accent lighting on the floor made with those spots to avoid flattening the wall area, as it doesn't have so much architectural element to play with. The variety of hospitality offer is really growing, as I said, and we see a trend of designing various types of spaces, allowing the club to reach a larger potential audience from the casual business clients to the VIPs. So together with the interior design, lighting plays a very strong role in the positioning of the hospitality itself. So see here how these two lounges convey different feelings. On the left side, there's the Fritz Philips lounge in the Philips Stadion that uses warm and soft lighting that meets elegant interior design. There are 3D printed pendants that are used there with a similar texture on them than the vertical surfaces of the wall and the counter below. Those 3D pendants, they create a diffused glow of light that allow then to add a bit more accentuation where needed. So you can see the naming here behind that has a bit more light and also some accentuation below the bar. I think premiumness here is clearly the message. In the Red Bull Arena lounge on the right side, it's all about creating a branded space. So here we are using their signature, so those arrows that you've seen already, as a returning symbol that are used across the whole stadium and that convey the dynamic and the energy of the Red Bull brand. There are also some additional accents of red light to complete the design while connecting the visitors with the club colors. Diving into the topic of hospitality areas, I would like to make a focus on the Las Vegas club that has been designed for the Mercedes-AMG Formula One team. Today, guests expect more than a box seat. They want curated experiences with fine dining, entertainment, behind the scenes access, meet and greets with the athletes or the drivers, etc. And this is what this 3-floor hospitality has to offer. Because Vegas is a night race, lighting plays a crucial role in turning this 3 days race into a full lifestyle event. So the Vegas Club is the premium hospitality venue of Mercedes Formula One's partners and guests at Vegas. And here, when you come in, the first area you can enter is the garden. So it's a space, an outdoor space. Here, We needed to welcome the guests with a comfortable lighting atmosphere, reflecting the Mercedes Formula One brand. So it's about the choice of luminaire, but also the light dynamics and the color of the light has been chosen. So this is why we have used certain products portfolio to make sure we could switch sometimes to a more lively atmosphere. So we have LED strings that are surrounding the guest in the cocktail area. We have portable lamps on the tables, but also dynamic light installation on the sway pole bases, as you can see here, to enhance the artistic performance that were happening in the garden during the Grand Prix. One other essential experience of the garden was the simulator area that you can see on the top right here. And so what happened is that guests could sit in the simulators and drive on the track of the Vegas Grand Prix. So we used light here to enhance the driving experience and really convey the emotion of the race. So to do so, we have used some light strips and gradient tubes from the Hue portfolio to extend the content that was played on the screen, and we have been using bespoke parameters to make a bigger impact with this installation and how the video content is reproduced on the walls there behind the screens. We also used some Uplay gradient tubes above the seats to convey really the racing emotions and enhance the experience of people that would stand at the simulator with this shape of airflow above the simulators. The first and second floors of the Vegas Club are dedicated to various experiences such as partners integrated pop-ups or dining shows. And the objective here has been to elevate the experience with lighting installation matching the nature of the space and their related activities. A strong focus has been put on the second floor walkway. That's the picture at the bottom right. That's the first contact with what was called the dining experience. That is happening in the room that you can see behind those doors after passing into this corridor. So here there was this dining experience is performed by a company called Super Frico, as you can see on the top right picture. So it's all about mixology and playing with food to make something memorable there. So what we did for this walkway before entering the dining room is that we proposed a light cloud that was made of 3D printed pendants equipped with hue lamps that can dynamically change color along the night to set the right mood at the right moment and support the variety of events that were going on. And that the same for the dining room with the use of different color schemes and the use of luminous textile with content that would reflect the identity of Super Frico for a perfect integration there. So first, you pass by the walkway and the color change when there is a show that is about to happen with the colors that you can see on the left. So it's very saturated colors ranging from blue to pink. And when you're entering into the dining room, there's this lively background of light that is welcoming you and it is creating also the proper atmosphere for the shows to start. And then there's the third floor. That's the last floor of this venue. It's dedicated to really entertainment. There's live DJs, drivers appearance, but also view to the track. So there's view to the track on each floor, but the third one is really the one that offer the best view on the track itself, with the stand that are next to the club that you can enter as a terrace. And here we also designed a different walkway installation because it was clearly visible at a distance. And also it was an outdoor installation, so there's no roof above this last walkway. The corridor here, the walls of the corridor has been equipped with color kinetics direct view lines that enable to display different content during the 3 days of the race, from representing the Mercedes-AMG Formula One identity with some teal color animation to support the different race moments. So whenever there's a free practice or qualifying sessions, it would turn into the teal green color from the Mercedes Formula One team, but also supports the race itself, because as you can see here, we could display the American flag during the national anthem, or we could change to a fireworks scenes to celebrate the success when they luckily won last year. So what we did in general is to create an overall scenography to provide a consistent experience for the 3 floors along the 3 race days that would transform the lighting ambience according to different moments in a consistent way. So we treated the club really as a wall space, so that it would be coherent from a visitor perspective whenever you would use the different space there. So the last theme we will have a look at today is how the different arena spaces are designed to be flexible for non-match day usage, enabling what we call the multipurpose venue. So first of all, I think we all know that recent or renovated stadiums offer various spaces that remains open on non-match days, such as restaurants, museum, fan shop, or even hotel rooms. Each of these spaces offer good opportunities for lighting, whether it's about increasing the brand awareness by extending the stadium visual identity, like the story with the RB Leipzig arrows once again, but with different execution depending whether we use them on the restaurant or on the fan shop. Or it could be creating museum scenography that supports really the storytelling of the club. And we see here also innovations coming up with augmented reality, for instance, to relive historical moments during stadium tour. It could be venue gamifications, or it could be seamless offline shopping experience thanks to digital services enabled by indoor positioning, for instance. So you could get personalized messages or offering when you enter certain areas of the store. Non-match day also offers the possibility to rent various spaces of the stadium to develop the business use and help broaden the revenue streams. Different zones can be created to fit really the function of the space, and for that, flexibility is key in lighting control. So we're talking about zoning, of course, but also changes of color scheme to provide different vibes, because you may want to turn certain areas into casual reception zones. It could be working on the private lounge. It could be the terraces, etc. So we need to make sure light is really in line with the expectation of the usage of the space. So the idea is really to transform the same space into completely different experience just at a touch of a button. And of course, biggest arenas are used to welcome great shows nowadays. So again, flexibility is mandatory to adapt to different size and type of events, because we're not only talking about concerts here, but potentially other sports events like a tennis competition played into a covered stadium. So then you would maybe split the stadium into half to have 2 tennis courts, and lighting needs to adapt to the configuration there, and also to the type of audience it welcomes. In case of a concert, dynamic lighting really offer the opportunity to complement the stage lighting, specially planned for the occasion. So here is an example of the Sydney Showground, where you can see the match configuration on the top right picture, and in the video you see how the head frames, the advertisement screens on the side, and the architectural lighting fixture are nicely integrated into the show. I think this remains valid for the indoor areas where hospitalities, the concourse, etc., can be included into the overall scenography to match the event identity and provide a true immersive experience there as well. To conclude, I think there is still a lot to come about reinventing the stadium use. We see now some original experience packages like what you can see here. That's an extract of the Eden Park website, and where we can see that they offer zipline activity, stadium glamping at night, or rooftop tours. So the trend is really towards year-round venue activation. I think it's blurring even more the boundaries between sports, hospitality, and entertainment, and as a consequence, opening the door for multiple new lighting opportunities.